Have you ever been told that you are too emotional, too sensitive, too intense, too affected by small things? Maybe people said you take life too seriously. Maybe they told you to relax, to stop overthinking, to stop feeling so much. And slowly, you began to wonder if something was wrong with you. Because when you feel deeply, life can be overwhelming. A simple memory can change your entire mood. A song can make you cry unexpectedly. A conversation can stay in your mind for days. You notice details others completely ignore. And sometimes, you wish you could turn this off, just for a moment, just to rest. But emotional depth is not a flaw. It is a different way of experiencing reality. Emotional people do not just observe life, they absorb it. They feel atmosphere, energy, subtle emotional shifts. They sense tension before words appear. They recognize sadness behind smiles. This sensitivity creates both beauty and pain. When something good happens, they feel joy intensely. Not just happiness, gratitude, wonder, meaning. They can be moved by sunsets, by kindness, by small moments others consider ordinary. Life feels vivid, colorful, alive. But the same depth also applies to difficult emotions. Disappointment cuts deeper. Rejection feels heavier. Loss can echo for a long time. Because emotional people do not experience events only on the surface, they connect experiences to memories, to fears, to hopes. Every moment carries layers. Many emotional individuals develop sensitivity early. Maybe they had to read moods to stay safe. Maybe they became caretakers before they were ready. Maybe they learned to feel others' pain as if it were their own. Over time, this empathy became identity. They became listeners, supporters, observers. But rarely did someone ask how they were feeling. Feeling deeply can sometimes feel like living without emotional filters. The world enters your heart before your mind can analyze it. And when too much enters, you feel overwhelmed. You withdraw. You overthink. You question yourself. Why can't I be simpler? Why does everything affect me? Why do I care so much? These questions are common, but the answers are complex. Depth is not meant to make life easy. It is meant to make life meaningful. Emotional people often search for purpose. Surface interactions feel empty. Superficial goals feel unsatisfying. They want connection, understanding, authenticity. They want to feel that their existence has emotional significance. Another hidden truth: emotional depth can become strength when understood. Sensitivity can become intuition. Empathy can become leadership. Vulnerability can become creativity. Many artists, writers, thinkers, visionaries are deeply emotional people who learn to transform feeling into expression. When emotional individuals learn self-awareness, their inner world becomes a source of power. They begin to recognize triggers. They learn grounding techniques. They understand that feeling deeply does not mean reacting impulsively. It means processing honestly. This shift changes everything. Emotional people also build strong bonds because they listen carefully. They notice what others need. They remember details. They offer presence instead of empty advice. In relationships, this depth creates trust. Real connection rarely grows without emotional courage. But there is also fatigue. Caring deeply takes energy. Feeling everything takes resilience. Sometimes emotional individuals need solitude to recover, not because they don't love people, but because their inner world needs silence to reorganize. This rest is essential. If you are someone who feels life intensely, please know this: you are not weak. You are not dramatic. You are not broken. You simply experience existence on a deeper frequency, and with time, this depth can become wisdom. Learning emotional balance does not mean losing sensitivity. It means creating stability inside sensitivity, like roots that allow a tree to survive storms. You can feel deeply and still feel safe. You can care deeply and still protect yourself. You can love deeply without losing your center. This is emotional maturity. Now I want to ask you something personal. Do you feel like you experience life deeper than others? Has your sensitivity ever been misunderstood? Or maybe it has helped you understand people better. Share your story in the comments. Someone reading it might finally feel seen. And if this series helped you understand emotions differently, you can subscribe, because this channel is a space for reflection, growth, and quiet strength. Feeling deeply is not a burden. It is a way of truly being alive. And learning to live with depth is one of the most meaningful journeys a person can take.